Hello, thanks so much for joining me today. So I purchased the Chanel eyeshadow quad from the Spring Summer collection in Elemental first, and then I had been undecided, but I went back and I purchased the other quad. This is number 354, Warm Memories, and this is part of the permanent collection, so there is no rush. I have not used it at all yet. It's in your typical Chanel compact. It's got the white logo on it, which kind of infers that it is a permanent part of the collection. And let me flip this. So this is the quad here. So I'm holding the mirror here, so it really goes like this, but I don't want to blind you guys. So I thought we could swatch these first, and then I will use them. We'll test them out on my eyes. All right, so we're going to start off with what is technically the top left corner. And we'll move here, then here, then here. So I'll show you each time. And this first color here, okay, so that is this one. And you can see that this is going to be a matte mauve shade. So it's kind of like an orangey rose. All right, and then the color next to it right here, so this is more of a satin finish. And so there's a little bit of a sheen to it. I'm not sure if you can really pick it up too much. It's a subtle sheen, and it's a little bit more taupey than the first color, but it still has that mauve base to it. So you can see like some pink and some orangey undertones. Let's see if I can get this light a little brighter on there. Okay, and then we're going to go into this deepest color here. That's this one here. Okay, and this is another matte shade, and it's not completely matte. Like, it looks pretty matte, but there is a subtle sheen to it, not quite as much of a sheen as this shade here. This is basically going to be a deeper mauve, like a true mauve color. And then the last one is this like gold peach color, and this is looking a bit more metallic. Let's see. Yes, and this shears out really lightly, but it's definitely a metallic peach shade. It's actually very similar to the Rayon color from the liquid eyeshadows. Here, I'll put that next to it here. So the Rising Sun is going to be deeper, but if you shear it out, you can see that those tones are going to be pretty much the same, although the Rising Sun has micro glitter in it, so it's going to be a little bit more sparkly. All right, let's see if I can get a little extra light here. There we go. So here you go. Sorry, I am having lighting malfunctions right now, but these are going to be the 4 swatches. All right, so let's go ahead and test these colors out. And first, I'm just going to tell you guys what I have on. I'm wearing the Guerlain Essentiel foundation in 00N. I have the Sisley Stylo Lumiere in shade 1 under my eyes, the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in 2 on my brows. For blush, I am using the Chanel, it's part of the regular collection. This is the Joues Contraste 68 Rose Ecrin, which is this one. I've had this forever. And then I have the Guerlain Meteorites in Goldenland on as a finishing powder, and the Eclat du Desert highlighter. So lipstick, I am wearing the Chantecaille Lip Cristal in Carnelian. This is part of the holiday collection. They donate a tree in Kenya for each one that you purchase, but just take a second and see how beautiful that is with all of that sparkle. So I really like that, and that's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. And this is kind of like like a medium depth coat. So you can see it's like a light red, and then there's a lot of sparkle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm using Refer 15, and I'm going to go ahead into this matte shade here, and I'm gonna tap it here on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to apply it to the crease and kind of blend it down. And I'm focusing more on the outer portion. So next I'm going in with the Refer 01 brush into the shade right next to that, this satin finish. I'm going to tap that on, and I am going to do the center portion. Okay, so you can see that shade definitely has a subtle sheen to it. It stands out a little bit more from the matte due to the sheen. Okay, I like that color a lot. And the next color I'm going to use is the deepest color here. And I'm using Refer number 12. It's really more of a, you know, a pencil brush shape, but it's not tapered. And I'm going to tap it on just a little bit on the tip and just do the outer corner. Okay, so, and then I'm going to save that brush, and I'm going to use that for the lash line again with that color. Right now I'm going to go in with the Sonia G Crease 1 brush, and I'm going to go into this peachy color, and I'm adding it to the tip of the bristles. I'm going to do the inner third. Now this last shade, it's really, you know, kind of more of a light finish there. So I'm going to go ahead and use my finger. I'm going to try tapping this on the center as well. Okay, just to give it a little bit more luster. All right, so I want to go ahead and I'm going to go in with let's go ahead and blend this crease area. I'm just taking the Worker 2 brush from Sonia G. With nothing on it, I'm just going to kind of blend out this area. Okay, so that's it for that part. And now I want to go back in with that. This was the Refer 12 brush that I used for the outer corner. And I am going to go back into that deepest color that I used before. I'm just tapping it on the center and going along the lash line a little. Okay. So next I'm going to use the Contour Brun pencil. Where is that? And so this is number 34. This is the Contour Brun Stylo Ombre A Contour from the Spring Summer collection. So this is a cocoa brown. I'm just going to line my lashes with this. Okay, so I'm going to smudge it out with the Refer 12 that I used that darker shade on. All right, I'm just going back in with the crease one again just to add a tiny bit more of the metallic peach to the inner corner. All right, so I will be right back. I'm just gonna finish that up with mascara and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I'm back with the final look. I added the Le Volume de Chanel mascara, and then I decided to change the lip. The Carnelian Lip Cristal was just a little bit too much for me. So I wanted to show you guys what I added. I added the Patrick Ta. This is the Precision Lip Crayon in She's Proud. So that's this here. I'm going to swatch this up here. So what I just realized though is that this is actually incredibly similar color to the Contour Mauve eyeliner. So the Contour Mauve is here on top. Here is the She's Proud lip liner. And you can see that those colors are super close. The Contour Mauve, you know, is just a little bit more brown, actually. The Patrick Ta slightly peachier looking. And, you know, so I put that on my lips, and then I topped it with the Baume de Terry, the liquid version of the lip balm. So that's what I'm wearing there, just to give it a little bit more of a nude look. Now, final thoughts. I think that this quad is gorgeous. It's a really pretty color story. I love the colors. I like the finishes, the textures, everything blends very well. But for me personally, it's a little bit too warm for my skin tone. I think it would look great on people with slightly warmer complexions, but I'm really more of a cool neutral type complexion. And so I prefer more cool and neutral colors on me versus the warmer shades, particularly around my eyes. And so for me, I do really like these. It's kind of reminiscent of a lot of the warm, you know, palettes and quads and things that have been coming out from other people recently. One example that you keep seeing pop up is the Pat McGrath Divine Rose. Those colors are similar. A lot of the Charlotte Tilbury quads, you know, they've got a lot of these rosy colors as well. So, you know, it's just, it's a little similar to other stuff that's out there. So if you already have something with similar colors, don't feel like you need to rush out and get this. And again, it's permanent, so you can swatch it in person first. So for me, how I plan on using this, since I do already have this, I do like the colors, but I don't really like having them close to my lash line because I feel like it just makes everything look a little bit red and tired or kind of like sickly. So for me, I think I'm going to be using this quad more as an addition to other eyeshadows that I have. So this will be, you know, something that I will probably use a cool or a neutral tone, maybe like a taupe color on my lid, and then I'll accentuate it with these shades. I don't think I really will be using this quad as a standalone quad. So that's just my personal preference for this with my complexion. But I feel like with warmer skin tones, it's really pretty. So overall, I like it, and I hope you enjoyed these swatches and that they were helpful with whatever decisions that you might be trying to make. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. And subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.